Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saptanisi Sumarmi and I work as a lecturer at Universitas PGRI Jakarta, Department of Management, Faculty of Business. I will present a paper entitled Organizational Citizenship Behavior Predictor, a mediation analysis on saving and loan cooperative. First, introduction. Cooperative are business entities that aim to improve the welfare of their members. Moreover, in Indonesia, they are known as the so-called guru of the economy, who contribute to the development to the national economy to create a more advanced, just and prosperous society. Cooperative have an essential role as an alternative to venture capital, and the membership principle has social characteristics, namely prioritizing mutual benefit and interest. Previous study on the development of cooperative mainly were done in terms on quantitative performance, such as financing, Martin and Lucato, 2018, Matufa et al. 2016, Capital and Profitability, Agus et al. 2020, and Kusmiati et al. 2019. Studies to develop cooperative through employee behavior have not been widely carried out. In contrast, job performance should include behavior that contribute to technical core of the organization and behavior that contribute to organizational performance by shaping the social and psychological environment of the organization. Organizational citizen behavior is one form of performance. However, variety research has been done to understand OCP and cooperative employer, Kaula and Rambe 2020, and this a literature gap that this research will fill. Research purpose: investigating leader-member exchange, pose as a predictor of OCP, and explain the mediating role of organizational commitment in the relationship of leader-member exchange pose to OCP. Okay, next hypothesis development. First, leader-member exchange and OCP. Social exchange theory can explain the link between LMX and OCP, which as the base of LMX. The et al. 2019 and two essential elements for shaping the relationship between leader and their member as the et al. 2018. Capital and Rastogi 2018 state that an employee with high LMX quality with his leadership will a high degree of OCP. LMX show a positive link with OCP according to several empirical investigation. Elwang et al. 2010, KPN Rastogi 2019, S3 et al. 2018. The author proposed a hypothesis to support the relationship between IMX to OCP. Leader member exchange quality has a positive relationship with OCP. Second hypothesis, post and OCP. When a person gets good treatment from others, the norm of reciprocity that arises in the obligation to provide preferable treatment. Gardner, 1960. Employee with high posts are more likely to participate in more meaningful work-related activity, such as enroll and extra performance, which will help the organization, according to Islam et al. 2016. When employees have a friendly and fair connection with their bosses, they reciprocate by putting in extra effort and ability in their work. Kapil and Rastogi 2019. That can be interpreted if an employee who feels cared for, supported while he is welfare will keep reciprocity by behaving extra as a form of organizational citizenship. The author proposed a hypothesis to support relationship between POS and OCP in the context on saving and loan cooperative. Perceived organization support has a positive relationship with OCP. Third hypothesis, LMX and organizational commitment. According to LMX theory, leadership is associative based on mutual trust, respect, and obligation. Josh Green and Mary Ubin, 1995. An employee have a more trust in their leader, Kaviana et al. 2021. The IMX ideally to commitment because it is based on social exchange and the supervisor function as an organizational agent. Lapointe et al. 2020 and Richard Islam et al. 2013 found a positive relationship between LMX and OC. The author proposed a hypothesis to support the relationship between LMX and organizational commitment in the context of saving and non-cooperative. Leader member exchange has a positive relationship with organizational commitment. Fourth hypothesis, post and organizational commitment. The way employees perceive organizational support will determine commitment to the organization. Yakenji et al. 2020. Employees who believe that the organization and the leader really support their best interests will give back in the form of organizational commitment. Isenberger et al. 1986. According to organizational support theory, employees who perceive organizational support believe obliged to support the organization achieve its objective. Stay with the organization as sustain organization well-being. Claudia, 2018. Aransamy and Krishna, 2019, claim the organizational support as a branding quality of an employer as an impact on employee commitment to stay with the company. The author proposed a hypothesis to support the relation between post and organizational commitment in the context on saving and non-cooperative. Post is positively related to organizational commitment. Okay, next, mediation effect of organizational commitment. The study mentioned above explained the possible association between LMX and OCB, post and OCB. As in the literature review above source, LMX can have a positive impact on organizational commitment. Lapointe 2020, Islam 2013, as well as Post Yakacik et al. 2020, Aransambi and Krishna 2019. Regarding OCB, many prefer researchers Liu, Paul, Han et al., Jiansep and Muhanti, Udin, will explore OC as a mediating variable. Study scheme, Kaula and Rambit 2020 discover that increasing organizational commitment can enhance employee willingness to engage in OCB. Considering the rationale for developing first hypothesis to fourth hypothesis, organizational commitment is expected to mediate the LMX to OCB and post to OCB relationship. The following hypothesis is proposed. 5 hypotheses, organizational commitment is positively related to OCB. Check hypothesis, LMX and OCB have a relationship that is mediated by organizational commitment. 7 hypotheses, one SOB have a relationship that is mediated by organizational commitment. Research methodology. First, participant. Participant in the study number of 150 employees in saving and loan cooperative daerah istimewa Yogyakarta. In the survey, 72% of respondents are male with an average age of 26 years and 4 years experience working in saving and loan cooperative. Respondents in the study were 86% with a high school education level and 14% with a bachelor level of education. Measurement. For the purpose of measuring all study variable, respondents rated their equipment with every sentence of a 5-point Likert type scale. 1 equals strongly disagree and 5 equals strongly agree. Third, data analysis to estimate the structural equation modeling using empirical data. Researchers use the partial least square structural equation modeling approach. Data analysis research. First, instrument testing, the outer loading of all items, construct alpha and composite reliability are greater than 0.7 when the research instrument is tested using the partial least square algorithm. This indicated that all of the items have been confirmed, valid, and reliable. Second, hypothesis testing. Table 1 shows the result of data analysis on testing the first hypothesis to the fourth hypothesis. The first, third, and fourth hypotheses are supported by the research, while the second hypothesis is not supported. Testing organizational commitment as a mediating variable, the research obtained that organizational commitment mediates the relationship between leader-member exchange to OCB and organizational commitment mediates the relationship between POS to OCB. The total effect of LMX and POS on organizational commitment is 65.6% with all constructs having a moderate influence. The influence of LMX, POS, and organizational commitment on organizational behavior on the other side is 62.1% with all constructs being moderate. Next discussion and conclusion. Leader-member exchange has an impact on OCB both directly and indirectly through organizational commitment. Furthermore, while POS support has no direct impact on OCB, it does have a direct impact on OCB via organizational commitment. The study has practical implication, emphasizes the importance of extra-role behavior for organizations, especially in non-profit institutions such as saving and loan cooperative, and confirm the direct influence of LMX on employee extra-role performance. Social support from direct leader can lead to employee attitude, organizational commitment, and behavior directed at the organization. OCB Wang 2014. Saving and loan cooperative should encourage their administration to maintain positive relationship with employees so as to persuade employees to go beyond formal requirement and become more involved in the work for the benefit of the organization. In addition, leaders need to create employees who have high organizational commitment, Chayam Chat 2020, which can be encouraged through good relation between superior and member and provide full support to employees. Okay, and last one, theoretical implication. First, add more conclusive evidence on the influence of leader-member exchange on employee on CP in the saving and loan cooperative industry from Indonesia viewpoint. Second, the study examined a well-established process between leader and follower using organizational commitment as a mediator. Extra-role conduct in the organization is influenced by leadership behavior and providing support. Last, the study contribute to the understanding of the performance of saving and loan cooperative in terms of employee behavior by filling in the gaps. Okay, thank you for listening to my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.